All right. Back at you guys with another one. Now, it's interesting if we think about it. You remember the old, I'm not sure if they still make them, but remember a Coke bottle. I remember back in the day, it was glass, it was a tall, kind of skinny bottle, and it had a neck on it. Now, it's an interesting comparison. Imagine if you turn it upside down to pour some out and nothing comes out. Where would you say the issue is? Where would you start? Would you start in the bottom of the bottle, or would you look in the top? Would you look in the neck area? No doubt we would look in the neck area because we know that's what the issue is. Is that the issue with the Dallas Cowboys? See, the Dallas Cowboys have a bottleneck issue, and I'm going to take a few minutes to prove this. Now, they brought in Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, the Cowboys fans were excited. He's going to be the great savior. And now the Cowboys got Super Bowl aspirations. And look how they've played thus far. Does it look like Jason Garrett 2.0? See, is Mike McCarthy Jason Garrett 2.0? Now, of course, is being paid upwards of $7 million per year. So they brought Mike McCarthy in. I believe they gave him a 5-year contract. So there's been some talk from Stephen A. Snitch and other commentators who have pointed out that, they could literally see the Cowboys cutting ways with Mike McCarthy before the season's over. So I don't think that's the case, being that they'd be on the hook for the remainder of that contract. Now, let's talk a little bit about Mike McCarthy. Now, of course, he spent 13 seasons in Green Bay. During that time, look at the quarterbacks that he's had. 2 Hall of Fame guys. I'm talking about Brett Favre and I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. Now, is Mike McCarthy really this offensive guru? Is he really this offensive-minded genius? Or did he have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks? See, he had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Now, this is kind of like, imagine if there's a friend of yours and you say, wow, your vehicles always run so well. But then you find out that he leases them every 2 or 3 years. Well, of course, if you have a brand new vehicle, the odds are it's going to be running well. So is it that his maintenance is so good? Or is it that he just has the right vehicle and a new vehicle? See, Green Bay has had the right quarterbacks during Mike McCarthy's 13 years while he was there. Now he has the opportunity to prove that it's him. And look at the results thus far. Now, the last couple of days, there's been a lot of this talk and clamor of the players saying, well, this is a coaching problem. They have issues with some of the members of the coaching staff. Now, this is an issue, Dallas Cowboy fans. See, this is an issue. We're already about, 6 games in? And the players are already ready to bail on coaching, on the coaching staff. But now, see, there's the problem runs deeper than just Mike McCarthy. Because if you think about it, sometimes I wonder, do the Cowboys players, the way we're going to just focus on the defense. Does the defense, do they have anything beating in the left side of their chest? Do they got anything beaten in the left side of their chest? They let the Cleveland Browns run them out of the stadium. Look what the Arizona Cardinals just recently did to them. Now, again, it's the coach's responsibility to make sure his guys are prepared. It's the coach's responsibility to make sure he pushes the right buttons. And that means knowing the members of his team so he can get the best out of them. This is not taking place thus far. This is why there's a disconnect between the players and the coaches. But this was already taking place before McCarthy got there. He walked into this situation. So now we got to put some of this on McCarthy. We got to put a lot of this on the players. But the number one person we're going to put this on is ownership. See, ownership. Jerry Jones, always in the media, always talking, always thinking that he's being player friendly. But then look at the coach that he brings in there. See, Mike McCarthy's got a Super Bowl ring. I think had I been coaching Green Bay, they'd have won the Super Bowl also. So it's not like that. It's not like Mike McCarthy's excellent coaching carried them to a Super Bowl. Now, I'm going to just go over these numbers real quick. Remember when Aaron Rodgers broke his collarbone, Mike McCarthy was still the coach. They were 2-4-1. So 2 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie. See, he didn't coach his way through that situation. He didn't use his offensive genius through that situation. Now, Jerry Jones, did he bring the best coach on the market? Or did he bring in a guy that would cooperate? Did he bring in the guy that wouldn't push back against him? See, what was Jerry Jones looking for? Now, I would say that he brought in the guy that wouldn't give him no pushback. I would say he brought in the coach that would cooperate, or that he feels is going to cooperate. See, this is a problem, Dallas Cowboy fans. And Jerry Jones is creating this problem. Yes, Jerry Jones is creating this problem. He cannot get out of his own way. He can't get out of his own way. Now, some might say, oh, but look at the coaching. Look at the defensive coordinator that Mike McCarthy brought with him. Jerry Jones allowed it. Jerry Jones allowed it. He didn't stop him. See, right now, if to dump this all in Mike McCarthy's lap, this is like if parents, let's say parents have 3 children, right? And there's the oldest. So it's the oldest, the middle, and the youngest. The youngest one is acting up, and then you're looking at the oldest. Like, how come you're not doing nothing about this? How come he's misbehaving? That's the parent's issue. So who would be the parent in this situation? It's you, Jerry Jones. Mike McCarthy can be likened to the oldest sibling, the big brother. But it's not you can't solely rest that in his lap. You wanted a man that would cooperate, one that would listen to what you say, one that wouldn't give a lot of pushback, and then which could outshine him. So you have your little radio show each week. The media likes talking to you. You like to be surrounded and have microphones and cameras in your face. See, is that really what's important to you, Jerry Jones, or do you want to win? See, which one do you want to do? So the Cowboys have a lot of blame to go around, but this solely rests in your lap, Jerry Jones. This rests in your lap. You are responsible for this. So again, no, it's this person's fault. It's the defensive coordinator's fault. He hasn't coached it since 2014. What does that have to do with the players not playing hard? What does it have to do with the athletes on the Cowboys team not giving their best? See, they've handed out contracts, things like this. Some of the players on the Cowboys defense have gotten paid. Some of them are just about the top paid at their spots, but they're not performing like it. See, they're not performing like it. But, when it was time to sign that contract, I'm all in. See, they accepted the money. They'll take $21 million a year. They'll take $16.5 million a year. But then are they living up to it? Are they leaders in the locker room? Are they leaders on the sideline? Are they leaders on the field? See, this is not happening. So is McCarthy and his staff part of the problem? Well, yeah, we got to give them some of the blame. But again, there's enough blame to go around. But as I said a minute ago, it rests in your lap, Jerry Jones. It rests in your lap. So you are the problem. So before I sign off, what the Cowboys, again, like I said at the outset, they have a bottleneck issue. And anytime a bottle has a problem and nothing can seem to come out, or like it's stuck, it's at the top, it's in the neck. That is the problem with you Dallas Cowboys. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free to hit that like button, subscribe. We'll see you next time with another one.